Good morning, everyone. So it's time to get together my weekly vitamins, right? My dietitian thought it was a great idea for me to start the bariatric vitamin regimen that I'm going to be using for the rest of my life so I can get kind of used to it. So let's go ahead and get to it. So this is my little setup. These are all my vitamins and things that I'm gonna be taking, right? And then I have 2 prescriptions that I do have to take every day. And then this is my little organizer thing. What makes it cool is because I don't have to take the whole thing with me. I can just pop one out and then I can just throw it in my handbag and be done. So I take them all apart like this because I'm going to be putting them in one by one. And I always start with my multivitamin, which is this big one, I think. Is it? Yes. So this is the one that I take, is the chewable ultra solo with iron. Bariatric Advantage. This is just the one that I take. It says it's chewable. Honestly, don't bloody chew it because it's going to taste like you're chewing like just a full-on lemon. So I suck on mine. I chewed it the first time and I thought I was going to die. Anyway, so I take that in the morning with the prescriptions that I have. And then everything else I pace out through the rest of the day. Okay, so there's that. Little medications. Many of you are probably going to wonder, what kind of medications? Well, it's really none of your business, but I do take Prozac for depression because I'm clinically depressed. And then I take a thing for my Protonics for my stomach because I take the Advil while I take the Prozac, and it has now caused damage in my stomach. So that's for that. The next thing is I'm going to do the calcium. Now the calcium's a little tricky. You can only absorb about 500 milligrams each time you take it, and you really need about 1,500 in a day, 1,500, something like that. My dietitian told me to do 1,500 in a day. So, sorry about that. The people around my neighborhood think it's just great at 9 a.m. to run their motorcycles through. Anyway, so this is the calcium. This calcium that I take. This one tastes a lot better than the multivitamin. And the other trick with this is that because my multivitamin has iron in it, I gotta wait between like an hour and a half, 2 hours before I can take the first calcium. If you take calcium and iron together, one affects the other with how it's absorbed, and it can cause trouble. So this one's next. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is the vitamin D. My endocrinologist said that I had a deficiency, so I take 1 vitamin D every day, which is like 2,000. It says 6,000, but I don't take the 6,000. So I take only 1, and so that's 2,000 I use every day, and then that seems to even me out. So that's the next one. So the next one that I do is the probiotic. This is the one that I take. I do this one. These BariMelts, they really taste a lot better than a lot of the other ones that I've tried. But you know, you get whatever one that you want. You'll notice that all mine here are chewable except for the prescription things. They have to be that way because the first 2 weeks after surgery, you're going to be like on liquids. You're not going to be able to process like pills. And so I'm just getting used to the melty things ahead of time to kind of help to prepare. So I will do this. This helps also not just with my digestive tract, but with the damage that I've already done to my stomach with the Advil, the Prozac. So this one's next. The next one that we're going to have is this one, the B12. Now I do the B12 Plus by BariMelts. What's the deal with the Plus? want to say that it was like, oh, here. Here's the B12. It has 1,000, and then it has extra biotin. That's the kind of plus part, and then this folate. So that's the B12 that I take, and I just take one a day, and it's it's 1,000 mcgs, whatever the fuck that is. I know, you think the list doesn't keep going, but it does. So the next thing I take was at the direction of my dietitian, who's, when I first modified my diet so that I could prepare for bariatric surgery, that was in March, and I was so very tired. I would come home on my lunch break and take a nap, just so I would have enough energy to go finish my lunch shift, or my work shift, come back home, and then take another nap before I made dinner and stuff like that for my kids, because, you know, I got kids and single mom, that's what you got to do, right? So she told me that the B complex, it has all this, oh, this is the one that it's Easy Melts. It tastes pretty good. I don't know, I'm indifferent, but it has all this shit. More biotin, the thiamine, riboflavin, all this. You need to have all this stuff anyway. These are like my dietitian referred to them as the energy complex. So it's helped a little bit. I noticed the difference, but I don't know. I'm still fucking exhausted all the time, but that's, you know, that's something. They're looking at other reasons for that now, but anyway, so that's the one that I do, and I do that one not at the same time as the B12. I do that one separate. So this one's next. Okay, now this last one here I take on my own. I just, like, they didn't say, hey, you know what, you need to take this. It's biotin. When I started with the endocrinologist, that was in January. He's the one who referred me to the bariatric surgeon. I started to change my diet. It wasn't a lot, but it was a little bit. Then when I went to see the surgeon and I overhauled everything, like the whole thing, I just did everything that he told me. I followed to the fucking T, which has been very successful. But that kind of change in your body from what it's used to getting to what it's now getting, my hair fell out. Like, my hair was pulling out like in chunks. It was horrible, and I totally freaked out. So I did a little research, and so now I take a biotin supplement as well, and it's actually stopped a lot of that. It's so crazy. I was shedding like a cat. It was nuts. So I do take this vitamin separate from the biotin that's inside the complex and inside the the B12, or the probiotic. I think it's inside the probiotic. Anyway, so I take this once a day as well. It has, what's this one? 500 or 1,000. That's 1,000. 5,000. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so I add this one in too. So these tops, they just slide on, right? And they're labeled, so I know when to take them. This is right in the morning, lunchtime, evening, usually with dinner, and then bedtime. But they have to, the trick is, it's this one. This is the tough one because that's the multivitamin with the iron, and you got to really pace it out. So that's the one I take right in the morning. A lot of people like to take it at night too. I guess it's really just your preference. I don't know. This is just how I do it. So, and then they go into this little container, right? What's today? Sunday, so I need Monday. Where's Monday? Tuesday? Here's Monday. So, Monday, labels, and they just, right? Okay, so that's it. So now this is all prepped at every day. I slip out the bottom one, right? Because it just, right? slip out that one, throw it in my handbag, and move on with my day. I hope that was helpful for some of you. I hope that gives you a little insight on what you're prepared for, because this regimen is something I'm going to have to be doing now for the rest of my life once I get my surgery. My surgery is tentatively scheduled for the end of August, beginning of September. My next appointment with my surgeon is my pre-op appointment, so I'll have more information after that and I'll let you guys know. All right, take it easy.